Can you guys hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. I had to plug in my headphones. Okay, cool. Microphone wasn't really working, so we'll go with the headphones. But it's all good. Right now, Dogecoin is tanking. We're seeing it at, now it's just dropping as we speak. It's at now 17.5 cents per coin. Just when we started this 2 minutes ago, I just looked down to plug in these headphones. It was at 20 cents per coin. So it is just dropping pretty quickly. Let's look at this. Let me pull it up on here. I'm going to check it on my end too to make sure it's working. Yep, okay. Audio is working good. Anyways, so Dogecoin right now is just tanking as we speak. You can see it has gone from 20 cents per coin when I first turned this on. Now it's down to 17. There has been some news that's come out about it recently. Nothing bad, but you just have to remember that this is like a meme coin, a meme-based crypto, but really the whole crypto market is tanking. If you look at anything right now, across the top of the screen, you can see that Bitcoin is down to now 48,000. Ethereum is down to 2,000. Everything's down between 7% for the big ones, all the way down to 30% almost for Ripple. You can see right here, in the last 24 hours, down 25%, less than $1 now. Since we got on, I don't know exactly if there's been any catalysts that have come out since then. Since we came on 5 minutes ago, I looked into everything before, but right at this moment, in the last 5 minutes, everything started to take a major hit. Everything from Bitcoin now is in the $40,000 range. We haven't seen Bitcoin in $40,000 range in a long time, in a couple of months. Yeah, so be careful, Lynn. If you put limits on any of these to sell, like a sell limit, it could just drop right through it. So make sure that you guys check that if you do have limits, because if there's a lot of volume, it could just skip it. So make sure you check that. But now it is at 17 cents per coin. Bitcoin's down to 49,000. Let's look at what is going on right now. Trying to see if there's anything that came out within the last 5 minutes since we came on here to see. We'll keep the charts up live. Let's switch it over to Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin's at 49,000. Checking on another tab to see. Let me know if you guys have any questions, what's going on. Please be sure to like the stream. We can get more people in here. But I was going to go over some other stuff, but now, since we got on here, it's just tanked. So we're going to switch it up a bit. Everything I had prepared really, doesn't really apply anymore. Ethereum, because Ethereum had a pretty good day, actually. It was up at 2,500 at one point. It broke a record. But now it's down to $2,192. The creator of Dogecoin, I don't know if you guys saw this, creator of Dogecoin came out and spoke about the development behind it. A lot of people said how Dogecoin hasn't really kept up with the pace of Bitcoin, but he says it has. You're saying that the stock market's going to be next? Maybe, we'll see. I believe that after hours, the futures looked okay. Pull this up. Okay. Switch it over. Dogecoin. Keep the chart on for Ethereum for a bit. Everything is tanking right now. You put a buy limit order, you said, Lynn? Put in a buy limit order. Okay. Then you should be good. It should trigger with everything going on right now. On the Grind TV, what's up? Give us news. Everything I had prepared, like I said, 10 minutes ago, didn't even apply. Within the last 10 minutes, this thing has just tanked from where it was. You could see at 10:18, like when I was preparing for this, it was at like 2,300 for Ethereum. Dogecoin was around 25 cents, 26 cents. It's gone down pretty significantly since then. Obviously, Dogecoin, you guys got to remember that a lot of people got into this. A lot of people got into Dogecoin right now with all the hype because everyone's been seeing about it in the news. They've been hearing about it, so they've been wanting to get in, not want to miss out on anything. And that's why a lot of people are getting in now versus, a couple weeks ago. So really, the people who got in, at 30, 40 cents, those are the people who are panicking right now and are like dumping their shares. Throughout the day, last 2 days actually, one of the largest Dogecoin wallets was selling about 1 million coins every like 15, 30 minutes, I believe. It was happening just periodically, just selling the same amount throughout the entire day. That's what really drove Dogecoin's price down. It was a wallet that had about, I believe, 3 billion Dogecoin in it. Looks like it's like another flash crash to what we had on Friday. We're already seeing the price come back up. If we look at the hour chart, drop down to 16. Literally during our stream in the last 5 minutes, dropped down to 16 cents per coin. Now it's back up to 19 cents per coin. Just be careful if you are, trying to time this because there's no way to time this. Christian De La Cruz, this is how they're going to get all their stimulus money back. What would this do to Riot? Riot just, it mimics the price because it's like a Bitcoin mining company, Riot blockchain. So it's tied pretty closely to the price of Bitcoin. Obviously, it doesn't exactly follow it, but I believe in the first quarter, they mined about 490, 500 Bitcoin. So obviously their revenue, things like that, the revenue heavily depends on Bitcoin. Yeah, on the grind. Yeah, Doge is not alone. Yeah, we spoke about that. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Stellar, everything is down. If you're looking at the top of the screen right here, everything from Bitcoin all the way to Cardano is down between 18, 27%. Bitcoin's down 7%. The one that's down the most right now is Ripple, which is down 27%. Dogecoin is down 36%. Yeah, Coinbase stock. You guys got to remember that Coinbase is tied directly to like the volume and prices of Bitcoin. On their filing with the SEC, they have a lot of pages that list exactly all the risks of investing in Coinbase. And most of the risks are that it's tied to the crypto market. So if there's a big drop in crypto prices, that's going to directly impact what is going on with Coinbase, their revenues. For example, Coinbase's revenue from 2020 to 2021, it 9x'd. It was over 900%. Their revenue increase from 2020 to 2021, and that's basically the same thing as Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price at one point it basically increased the same exact amount. So you can see they're tied fairly close. Someone's saying to buy Dogecoin, buy crypto. If I would say buy anything, I would say buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum. Those are the ones that are going to be around for the longest time. Dogecoin is, in my opinion, something not to put. Like, you shouldn't have your largest position. Like me personally, I wouldn't have the largest position in Dogecoin just because it is like a meme-based crypto. It doesn't have as many use cases as, let's say, Ethereum. Ethereum has the most practical use cases, from smart contracts to NFTs to everything that's being built on the platform. And so that's the one that I would say has a lot of potential, like the most potential right now. Like, that's probably the safest play is Ethereum, Bitcoin, obviously. But if you're just looking to have fun and you don't care if you lose your money, but you might double, triple, quadruple your money very quickly, that's where Dogecoin comes in, because it's all about hype, all about social media, what people are talking about, and someone said they bought 650 more Dogecoin. Yeah, I mean, I would say Dogecoin, don't buy anything that that you can't live without, because Dogecoin, it's like, Dogecoin could easily go back to like the 5 to 7 cents range. We saw it go from 40 to 18 basically in the last 24 hours. It's dropped 34% in the last 24 hours. So very possible for it to drop all the way back down. If you guys are new here, we talk about finance, stock market. I do a daily show every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you subscribe to my other channel as well. It's just called Michael Rubel Extras. I post clips from the long episodes. We've been talking a lot about Dogecoin there. But right now, we're seeing Dogecoin drop back down below the 19 cents per coin. Something I talked about on the other channel with Dogecoin was that it actually, was made as a meme, made as a joke, but there's a lot of companies that are starting to accept it. We saw that Houston Rockets just announced that they're going to be accepting Dogecoin for their retail store. There's a luxury car dealership in Houston as well that's going to be accepting Dogecoin. In addition to this, we saw Dallas Mavericks. They've done it for a while. We've seen now a Latvian Airlines company, Newegg, and a couple of other companies as well, big companies, publicly traded companies like a robotics company. They're starting to accept Dogecoin. A lot of them are just doing this for the PR, for the marketing, and those sort of things. They're not doing it to make money. A lot of these companies, like the major corporations that are accepting Dogecoin, their thought is that if they accept Dogecoin, it's going to get them more attention in the media, and that's basically going to pay for itself. It's going to bring more traction to the company. So, well, let's see what's going on in the chat. Down $400 on Dogecoin. Doge is trash. Yeah, so right now, like I was saying with Dogecoin, with the prices, a lot of these companies that are accepting it, they are doing it because of the marketing, not because of, practical use for it, or because they think it's going to be a long-term investment. They're doing it because of the marketing behind it. We'll pull this up on Webull, because Webull has the live tracker, much better than CoinDesk. It says, yeah, it's at. We'll keep this one up. Let me make this a little bigger. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions, comments. Coinbase, any stocks. I don't know if you guys saw Palantir. They had a big announcement today. I know this is about crypto, but if you guys have any questions about stocks as well, I'm going to add some more to the chart. Bitcoin, let's add that so we could see a couple of them at the same time. Ethereum. We'll add Cardano. Maybe we can't do Cardano on here. Can we do... we'll add up Litecoin as well. No. Litecoin. Okay. There we go. So now we got a couple on the side. This is very similar to what happened on Sunday, about a week ago. On Sunday, there was $300 billion wiped out of the entire crypto market over in the span of a couple of hours. Same thing that's happened here. as we see more reports of what exactly is going on. I'll let you guys know. But a lot of this has to do with, like, some of this has to do with Joe Biden. He came out earlier, and they spoke about some tax increase. It's not going to really apply to most people. It's going to be on, like, the wealthiest Americans. So really it's going to not affect 99% of Americans, but that could have an impact on this. Trying to figure out. Like I said, if you guys are new here, when we first came on, it just tanked from, like, when we first came on, it was almost 25, 26 cents per coin. Now it dropped all the way down to 18, back up. Palantir, guys. I did a video on the other channel about it. Also in our long episode, Palantir, they extended their partnership with Ringier, which is a digital media company. Also, they had another deal today that went through that I'll be talking about tomorrow. Lynn has a buy order for Coinbase at $250. I think Coinbase, in my opinion, is really a no-brainer for owning Coinbase as a long-term investment. If you think crypto is going to be around, then Coinbase, in my opinion, is really a smart investment, because Coinbase is the exact same thing as investing in, like, the NASDAQ or investing in the New York Stock Exchange. You're basically just betting. Coinbase is the NASDAQ for crypto. Coinbase is like the New York Stock Exchange but for crypto. So anyone who's buying and selling crypto, it's like done on Coinbase. It's the same exact thing. It's just an exchange, just like the NASDAQ is. So long term, if you think there's going to be any cryptocurrency, whether that's Dogecoin, whether that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, whether that's something completely different, something that doesn't even exist yet, if you think there's going to be some sort of digital assets in the future, then, in my opinion, Coinbase is a no-brainer, because it doesn't matter which crypto succeeds. All that matters is that there is going to be crypto. So, look at this chart. Yeah, but I was explaining that the other day to one of my friends, like, with Coinbase. They were asking me, like, what exactly is Coinbase? What do they do? I mean, if you don't know, it's just the same thing. It's an exchange, but for cryptocurrencies. And yes, right now they are tied pretty closely to the prices of Bitcoin, and that's really where they make a lot of their money. So, right now that is one of the big risks. Bitcoin's back now above the $50,000 range, just barely. Bitcoin's sitting right at $50,100. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we see this drop a little bit more, find some support levels, and we'll see what happens tomorrow once we get back into, like, U.S. sort of hours. Because now we're sort of getting into, in, like, Asia, a lot of things going on there. That's some of these people with the time changes starting to get the beginning of the day there. So a lot of people are, tuning in, checking the crypto market, checking the stock markets. So yeah, Lynn, $250 Coinbase. I don't think there's any issues with investing in Coinbase long term. And really, if you're looking at it for long term, I would just average your cost over time. So don't put all your money in at $250. Put your money in, slowly over time. If you put in, let's say you have, I don't care, $1,000, $100. You could divide it by 10, put in 1/10 of your amount every week for 10 weeks. That's the best way to do it, because like you're seeing now, all these prices fluctuate dramatically. You can't time it. Best way to do is, if you believe in it long term, just put your money in it periodically over time. It's like if you get a paycheck, You can like take a small percentage of that, put it into the same sort of stocks, the same sort of cryptos, and that's how, that's really one of the smartest ways to do it. But let's try and get this stream right now up to, let's see if we can get to 40 likes. 40 likes. We're at 13 right now. Let's see if we can get up to 40. Oh, one thing that happened today was Bitcoin. This article right here, Bitcoin's dominance, it sunk below 50% for the first time ever. So Bitcoin, for a while, has had over $1 trillion market cap. It's had, over 50% of the crypto market. And right now, today, it actually dropped below 50% for the first time, it says, since 2018. And this is a big deal. This really had a lot to do with Ethereum. Ethereum had a pretty big day. At one point, Ethereum did reach a record high. It was at $2,500 per coin. And it shows that a lot of people right now are looking for those like higher returns, really pouring a lot of money into the altcoins rather than just focusing on, Bitcoin and Ethereum. People are seeing what's happening with Dogecoin. People are seeing what's happening with all these smaller altcoins. People making 5, 10x their money in a matter of a couple of hours, a couple of days. So that's why people are trying to pour their money into those. But yeah, right now, Bitcoin is hovering around 50 cents. Dogecoin's hovering around $50,000. Dogecoin's hovering around 20 cents per coin. Ethereum's $2,200. Litecoin's $231 per coin. And yes, tomorrow we'll probably see a big impact on like Coinbase, their stock. As you can see, like since Coinbase had its IPO, it has sort of mimicked the price. Coinbase has sort of mimicked the price of Bitcoin since its IPO, because when it first had its IPO, Coinbase, their stock was at like $350 per share. And now it's at $293 per share. So at one point, Coinbase was over $400 that first day. And since it IPO'd, now we've seen the whole crypto market sort of slowly start to decrease. So now we're seeing Coinbase, follow suit. They're having that same sort of thing. So yeah, it's not going to be directly correlated. Coinbase, their price is not going to be directly correlated to any crypto, but it's going to follow it. It's not going to be like a 1-for-1 ratio. Like if Bitcoin goes down a certain percent, Coinbase is going to go down a certain percent. It's not going to work like that. But yeah, if we're seeing Bitcoin, the whole crypto market going down, it's very likely we're going to see Coinbase go down as well for for that day or whatever. Something just to keep in mind if investing in Coinbase, if investing in really any crypto or in Coinbase. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about stocks, any questions about crypto, let me know. We talk about everything on the channel if you're new here, from stocks to crypto to tech news to really just everything. But yeah, so right now, we're getting a couple new people in here. So if you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the stream. We're going to keep Dogecoin on the screen for a bit. It's rising back up. We're seeing it was at one point during the stream at 25, 26 cents per coin, dropped all the way down to 18 cents. Now it's back up to 21, 22 cents. So I mean, I don't day trade, but if you day trade and you're able to time the market with this sort of thing, it's very, very risky, but you would be able to make a significant amount with all of this. One article I read yesterday that I found pretty interesting is someone who is actually very, they're actually very bearish on Dogecoin in general. It's a CEO of a Bitcoin wallet company, I believe, a crypto wallet company. He's very bearish on Dogecoin, but he's like, I wouldn't recommend anyone to like short Dogecoin. I wouldn't tell anyone to buy it, but he says I wouldn't recommend anyone short it either, because he essentially was saying that there's so much hype, so much attention on Dogecoin that he just really would stay away from it. Like, even though he is bearish on it, he doesn't think it's great. This guy, I don't remember his name. It's like, it started with an N. But anyways, he was saying, Dogecoin is something that he wouldn't short, even if he doesn't think it has a lot of long-term potential. Right now, stock market futures are actually up. I mean, obviously that closed a little while ago, but S&P futures are up 0.17%. Let me pull this on the screen. S&P futures are up 0.17, Dow futures up 0.16, NASDAQ up 0.1. So we're seeing stock market futures, at least from a couple hours ago, everything seems fine still, even though we're seeing the crypto market tank, like really tank. Ethereum's down 8%, Dogecoin is down 30, 32, 33%, Bitcoin's down about 8%. Everything's tanking. But, so here's a guy, Novogratz. He came out the other day, he was speaking about Dogecoin, Bitcoin, crypto in general. He said the way that he sees it is that, in the chat, Novo something. Yeah, I found it, Novogratz. But essentially, he is the CEO of Galaxy Digital, and in an interview with Yahoo Finance, he was also on with CNBC, he came out and says they have to be very, very careful with Dogecoin. He says it's very much like GameStop in the sense that it's all around hype, all around attention. So one thing that we do have going for Dogecoin, Elon Musk tweets about it a lot. Snoop Dogg has gotten behind it. Mark Cuban talks about it. A lot of big name celebrities talk about it, and that can really impact the price. It could push the price up or down. And so he says while he doesn't believe in it long term having a major place in like daily life, he wouldn't short it just because at this point people say it's a joke, but when you look at it, it has a market cap of, what is it right now? Right now, it has a market cap of $26.26 billion. So it's nothing small. At one point, it rose above the market cap of Ford. Just the other day when it was above $50 billion market cap. So while it might have been a joke, might have been created as a meme, when you start to look at the money behind it right now, it's not really a joke anymore. Like, if you look at this is actually, there's a lot of money behind it, and anything with that sort of capital behind it, $30 billion, I would bet money that they're going to try and make it something that people can actually use. And, this is exactly what the founder and the creator of Dogecoin said. He's like, they are keeping up with development. There's no one working on it. He says the core team consistently updates the code, consistently updates Dogecoin to keep pace with Bitcoin's code. And he says, really, people spread misinformation saying that there's no team, no one working on Dogecoin. He said, really, that's disrespectful to the developers who have put their energy in. And he said, ultimately, they are working on Dogecoin. And it's not just like they made it, a couple years back. It's not like they just made it, 7, 8 years ago and did nothing. They're constantly updating it. And so that's something to keep in mind. Something important to keep in mind with Dogecoin. But yeah, right now, sitting right at, let's update this, sitting right at 21 cents per coin. It's come up, what is that now? It was at like 17, 18 cents per coin at one point during the stream. So it's gone up 25% from that 17 cents range. If you guys are new here, thanks for joining. I don't know how long we're going to stay on here. We're just going to follow the price for a bit. If you guys want to be able to buy and sell Dogecoin, There's a lot of different exchanges you can be a part of. For like Ethereum, Bitcoin, like that, you could always go to Coinbase. I'll put a link for that down below. But right now, we're seeing everything bounce back a little bit from where we were earlier in the stream. Very reminiscent of the flash crash we saw just a couple of days ago. We got welcome everyone to the chat. Please be sure to like it. If you are new here, I'm going to go through what you guys are saying in the chat. So put any questions, any comments, anything you guys want to talk about, just let me know. I don't really, like, it could be anything from starting a business to Dogecoin to stock market. No, it doesn't really matter. We'll talk about whatever. Lynn, I'm learning about tax loss harvesting. A good topic for a video. Ideal timing in my high-risk portfolio. I have so many losses. I could harvest to counteract early year excessive realized. So you got to remember with your taxes, everything's it's like unrealized until you sell it. So if you didn't sell any of your positions, if you didn't close them out, it's not considered like a loss or a gain until you actually realize those positions. And remember, even if you sell something for a loss now, by the end of the year, if you're back up, it's just going to cancel each other out. Right now, Dogecoin, it has come back. Everything's come back up a little bit. Let's get someone in the chat. Spam. Just got to hide this person in the chat. There we go. But yeah, Dogecoin right now at 21. I'm new to this. Got 100K Dogecoin. Is it going back up? You got to remember, if you have 100,000 Dogecoins, what is that? That's right now $20,000. If you have $20,000 in Dogecoin, what'd you start with, Vic? Did you start with 20,000? Did you start with 3,000? Did you start with 50? Did it go down? What'd you start with? But so, okay, me personally, if you have, let's say, 100,000 Dogecoins, you just got to remember that Dogecoin, if there's a lot of attention and a lot of people talking about it, well then yes, the price is going to go up. If people stop talking about it, people stop tweeting about it, then it's going to go down. It's not like what are the uses for it. It's not like Ethereum where they're developing technologies like smart contracts, NFTs. Dogecoin is essentially, if there's a lot of hype, a lot of people talking, a lot of people tweeting about it, it's going to go up. One thing I read, Google Trends, let's pull that up. Google Trends for Dogecoin, I believe, have gone down pretty significantly in the last couple days. Let's pull this up. Google Trends, Dogecoin. We're going to pull up Google Trends for the last, we'll do 7 days. Yeah, so if you guys look at this, for the Google Trends for Dogecoin over the last 7 days. So in the last 2 hours, it's risen. I think that's because we're seeing a massive drop-off in the price of Dogecoin. Oh wait, my face is blocking this. How can we change that? We'll just bring that up. But you'll see up on top now, I moved it up a bit. The trend is just consistently downward from, April 15th until now. We're seeing the trend is consistently going down. The highest point of interest in Dogecoin, the highest search, was on April 16th. So that's actually surprising. I would have thought it was going to be on 420 on like Doge Day, but it wasn't. It was actually on April 16th, Dogecoin. That's when it was searched the most, leading up until Doge Day, 420. Something that's pretty surprising though. I would have expected Dogecoin. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? I would have assumed that Dogecoin would have had its highest search like the highest interest on 420, especially with all the tweets going on. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Let's look. So that's web search. I don't know if you guys know, but you can also look for YouTube search. YouTube search, okay, yeah. YouTube search was pretty high on 420 for Dogecoin. It spiked there as well. But still, the highest was on April 16th. April 16th was the highest interest in Dogecoin out of anyone. You don't lose anything till you sell. So you got to remember, a lot of people, I hear this all the time. You know, you don't lose anything. It's not realized until you sell. But you just got to keep in mind, like, let's say you've made a lot of money. Let's say you bought it at 4 cents or 5 or 8 cents per coin, and you've doubled your money. I would take some profits off the table because, you know what? If it goes back down, you'd probably regret it. You'd probably regret not seeing those gains. Rusty, what in the chat? Rusty, what did you buy it at? If you guys bought it at 5, 6, 7 cents per coin, then that's something I would say, hey, maybe take some profits off the table because everyone wants to be a millionaire from Dogecoin. But let's say you made a couple $100 or a couple $1,000, depending on how much you started with. You might want to just take that off the table and say, okay, I made some money. Let's just play with the profit I have. Take my initial investment out. Sometimes with something like Dogecoin that can fluctuate so much, it's just what your risk tolerance is. So I don't know if you guys know, but like with Google Trends, if you're looking for stocks and things, this is something, a little side note, cryptocurrencies, you can, let's say, search. So we have Dogecoin search right now. But then when you go down, you just go to Google Trends, you go down, and then you could see related searches. So it says like why Dogecoin is going down, why Dogecoin is going down. It's a breakout search. It's up. Let me move this. Where is my screen? Why is Dogecoin going down? Why does it keep doing this with the microphone? Okay, got that fixed. Fixed now. But yeah, so you can see right here with Dogecoin, when you go to Google searches, you can see Google Trends. You could then see everything going on, like what's the highest ranked, what are the related searches for Dogecoin. So like right now, why is Dogecoin going down? Dogecoin 420, those are the most searched things. Let's get back to the price. Right now, it's still at that 21 cents per coin for Dogecoin. Bitcoin has bounced back. I think we're going to see a pretty strong resistance at $50,000 per Bitcoin. If we look at, let's say, the long-term chart, let's look at 30 minutes. 1 hour. When we look at the long-term chart for Bitcoin, at least, you can see there is a pretty strong resistance at that $50,000 mark. Basically like a double bottom right here on March 24th. and now about a month later. Let's look with Dogecoin. Dogecoin, it's just, when you're looking at it, this is the problem. Like I've told you guys, Dogecoin, a lot of people have just seen it on Twitter, seen it in the news, and just started putting money into it. So they got in at 35, 40 cents, maybe 25 cents. And then now all these people who've owned it since 6 or 3 or 2 cents, they've been cashing out along the way. I have over 2,500 shares bought at 39 cents. I'm never selling. Monster Android. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, if you're planning on holding it forever, go for it. Don't worry about selling it. Like, who cares? It's like, if you have money where you're like, hey, if I lose this money, it's fine. If I make a bunch of money, that's great too. So that's like the ideal way to just invest in. That's the ideal way to put money into Dogecoin or into Bitcoin. Not into Bitcoin, but into Dogecoin. Because Dogecoin, it's like, hey, maybe this will actually be something that a lot of businesses accept. Maybe it's going to really be something long-term that has a future. Most likely, but yeah, probably not. It's going to probably remain as like a meme crypto. And that's the best way to just go about it. You have extra money on the side. You put money into it. And like, you see what happens. If it goes up, you 10x your money. Hey, that's great. If it goes down, it's like you didn't lose a lot. It's like when you put your money into like, let's say a penny stock or something that's a really small company. You go in with the mindset of thinking, hey, this probably isn't. You just have to go in the mindset, this is risky. And if you put your life savings into something, you gotta know, hey, you can lose your whole entire investment. It's better to put your life savings into, let's say, like an established company. Even then, I wouldn't say put everything into one, but putting your money, it's like putting your life savings into a $20 million company that's worth has a very high potential of failing. It's risky. Like, yeah, there's a guy who, with Coinbase, I read up a story on him. He put in $300,000 to turn it into $2 billion with Coinbase. And, a $300,000 check for him at the time wasn't his life savings, wasn't anything. It's like, if he lost it, fine. If he didn't, fine. So, I don't believe I'm muted right now. But yeah, let's look at the chart. Let's pull back up Dogecoin. Let's zoom in a bit on this. Let's go to the 10-minute chart. 10-minute chart right here. We're seeing hovering around that 20 cents. I feel like Dogecoin is hard to really see a resistance point just because it climbed so quickly. Like, yes, it looks like there could be a resistance at that 20 cents range. Looks like we reached a high there of like 19 cents, 19.7 cents. The problem is that it's like with GameStop, you guys. Like with GameStop, it went from 5 to 400 instantly. And it's consolidated. It's come back down now to about 150, 160. It's hovered right around that range from that 150 to 160. And that's I've told everyone on the other channel, if you're not subscribed, it's called Michael Rubel Extras. I post like every hour of the day on that channel, from stocks to crypto to some tech news. And I've talked about it on there. But really, that's what we're practicing with Dogecoin. Same thing as AMC, same thing as with Sundial, same thing with GameStop. When you have this like parabolic trend upwards, a lot of times then it comes crash. It's might come down 50, 60%, but in reality, like, look at this. Dogecoin was at 3 cents per coin like barely not too long ago. So yeah, going from 46 to 20 is going to make a lot of people lose money, a lot of money. When you're looking at the big picture, it's gone from 6 cents all the way up to 20 cents. So Yeah, we're gonna have to find a place that it's gonna, level off at for a couple of weeks probably, and then I think we'll see all of this start to climb back up again. So for Dogecoin, I think, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Is it gonna be at 20 cents? I think that's possible. It also looks like there's a bit of a resistance at 25 cents, 25, 26 cents. So I feel like we'll either see it consolidate and like level off for a longer period of time at that 20 cents or 25 cents. But, with Dogecoin, all it takes is a couple of tweets, a couple of things coming on, and a couple of like big names saying something about it, and it'll push the price back up. The one thing is, though, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, let's say Elon Musk or someone coming out and tweeting. It starts to get a little harder, though, for that to happen. It starts to get a little harder for one tweet or one person to really push up something like this. Like even Elon Musk, even though he has tens of millions of followers on Twitter, it just starts to get a little harder when you're talking about, let's say, a $50 billion market cap thing. So Dogecoin right now is only 26 billion market cap, but still, it's like for that to double, that means there has to be $26 billion more poured into it. And that's not a small amount by any means. Rusty, oh, you came from the future? Came from the future. That's pretty exciting. What do you see in the future? It's at 22 cents right now, someone says. Well, we're on Webull. This is a live tracker. And it says it's at 20 cents per coin. Obviously, there's a lot of volume right now, so it could be a little, maybe it's a little delayed. Yeah, so on CoinDesk, it's at 22 cents. But honestly, I would really trust what's going on with Webull as well, because Webull has it's an actual trading platform where people could be buying and selling at this very moment. You can look at, if I'm not logged in, but if I was logged in, we can look at the orders going through right at the moment. But if you guys are new here, make sure to like the stream. We're at 200 people watching right now, so if you are new, let's try and get this up to 100 likes. Helps it out a lot. And if you are new here, we talk about the stock market, cryptocurrency. I'm probably going to start throwing some more tech videos on here. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the Apple event recently, but Apple had a big event. Their spring event. Thank you guys for liking that. We're getting up to 37 likes. Let's see if we can get it to 100. But yes, I might start throwing some of those tech news things on here as well. A lot of interesting things. I'm trying, because I do these YouTube videos for fun. So I'm starting just to do things that I really enjoy, topics from stocks to tech news. Like there's an autonomous pizza delivery robot that Domino's has now in Houston, where they deliver the pizzas without a person in the vehicle. It's just a robot there where they put the pizzas in, sends off to wherever you ordered, like to whoever ordered it, and they use a pin code to get in. So I've been talking about that on other channels. I'm still debating if maybe I'm just going to bring everything over here, but Elon Musk, I sold, let's see. Elon Musk, wake up, please, and tweet. So bring me up to speed. What happened on this drop? So yeah, earlier today, what was going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum? Ethereum did hit a record high. A lot of people are anticipating a supply drop with Ethereum. So Ethereum reached an all-time high of $2,500 per coin. That caused Bitcoin, I spoke about this already, but Bitcoin, their dominance in the crypto market sunk below 50% for the first time in a while. Nice. You're saying Dogecoin to 0.003 soon. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to really see Dogecoin below a cent in a long, long time, if ever. Because if there's people willing to put money in this, it's not dropping. It's not going to drop that low. Rusty, you said you were broke before you invested in Dogecoin. Now you're even more broke. Well, you got to remember, with anything, like no matter what you're investing in, I wouldn't say put more than like 5% of your money into anything. Into anything. Do you guys see what happened? Well, Dogecoin is dropping a bit right now. But did you guys see what happened earlier today with Skills? Skills stock, it skyrocketed. Skills stock it was up like 30%. It was up like 30%. Price guess for tomorrow with Dogecoin. You know, there's no way no one could give, like, someone giving you a price guess for this is just throwing a random number out there. I'm not going to do that. I'm not just going to throw a random number. Technical analysis says it's going to go up. You invested $400. You don't lose money until you sell. Yes, okay, so I've been seeing this a lot. Everyone says you don't lose money until you sell. If you sell now, then you've lost money. It's the same thing as these people. There's a lot of people out there who have now become, let's say, millionaires from Dogecoin. And they're like, well, I don't want to sell because of taxes. If I sell now, I'm going to have to pay more taxes. Okay, it's like if you pay taxes on $1 million, you're going to have to pay like 50%. So it turns into $500,000. But let's say those people sold it at 40 cents per coin. They would have had $500,000. You know, they would have had to pay $500,000 in taxes. They would have ended up with $500,000. Now they have $500,000, and they would have had to pay still 20% in taxes. So it's like there's no way to know if these things are going to go up or like there's no. People are always worried about paying so much in taxes, but with something like Dogecoin, it's like sometimes just okay, everyone has to pay taxes, so just pay the taxes. And you'll still end up with a little bit more than if the price dropped like it did. And that's the thing. I did a story. I talked about on another channel a story of a guy who became a millionaire. They're like, well, he's going to hold it for at least a year. The problem is, a year from now, you don't know. Is Dogecoin going to be at 9 cents per coin? Is it going to be at 65 cents per coin? Both are possible. But when it's like life-changing amounts of money, sometimes it's good just to take the profits. That's what I always tell people. If it's a life-changing amount of money, you should always take some money off the table because it's like, let's say you started with 50,000, now you have 700,000. Well, it's like 700,000 is life-changing. You could basically live off of dividends. Maybe not exactly at 700,000, but pretty close. And that's a life-changing amount. You can invest that into real estate. You can invest in some startups. It's a lot of money. So I would always say, you know, when it starts to get it to be an amount where you're like, this is a lot of money, this could change my life. Let's say you make $40,000 a year and now you have, let's say, 200. I'd say just take that off the table. Put it, like, diversify your portfolio. But I've been diversifying my investments a lot more. I've been putting more money into real estate, a lot more rental properties. I have money in crypto, money in stocks. I've even put money a lot more into dividend stocks recently than I would have before, just because, like, if you're looking at the market, someone said Elon Musk just tweeted, we'll check that. But if you're looking at the market, the Dow is continuing to reach record highs. And everyone says now the market is crashing. People are saying, okay, you said you're just kidding. But the Dow has been continuing to reach record highs. So everyone's saying the market is crashing right now and it's continuing to tank. But it's like the people who, like, yes, the high growth stocks, the SPACs, all of those have tanked. They have crashed. But if you're looking at the stock market, like what people refer to as the stock market, like the Dow, the S&P 500, those are still reaching record highs. Even the NASDAQ, still reaching record highs. So that's why it's important to diversify. Yes, it's nice to have the high growth stocks. It's nice to have, some money in Dogecoin or some money in, let's say, some money in Bitcoin. But either way, best to diversify. Best to just keep money in all different portions, whether that's in some dividend stocks, some Bitcoin, some cryptos, maybe in some real estate if you have the money. It's great. It's best to just diversify because the Dow is still reaching record highs. So people who are saying the market's crashing, well, it depends where you look in the market. Yes, there's certain sectors that are crashing, other sectors that are not. Dogecoin is continuing to fall down. Now we're seeing it at 18 cents. 18 cents per coin. Someone said nothing beats real estate. Chris, the one thing with real estate is now we saw it drop below 18 cents. One thing with real estate right now is the real estate market is crazy. Everyone's wanting to put money in real estate. Prices for a lot of houses, like my family, they have houses in Florida trying to sell properties. Things are going for $200,000 more than they were like a year ago. Let's say a $500,000 home. Now that $500,000 home is selling for $700,000. So if you're looking to get into real estate right now, you got to make sure you find a good deal, because then if you have to use, if you're going to be renting it out, if you get in now, you're going to have to be renting it out at top dollar. So right now, if you're getting into real estate, make sure you're finding the good deals, because if not, it's better just to wait until the market comes down a bit. Like, that's what I'm doing. I have money that I've been putting into real estate, but like new properties right now, it's like a lot of things are, especially let's say Florida. That's where my family, I don't live in Florida, but that's where my family is. Prices in Florida, are like crazy. Crazy, crazy prices. But yeah, the housing market, it's like, I know people who bought a house for $300,000 in, how many years ago? Like 6 years ago, $300,000 house. Now, in some areas in Florida, that house is going for $950,000. It's 3x the price of the house. So if you're looking to do rental properties, just, make sure you're getting those deals. Because otherwise you're going to have to be renting out at top dollar, and you don't want to be stuck with that. Because then if the market goes down, you'll get screwed. You'll be getting screwed. But yeah, Dogecoin, Doge on Robinhood, someone says is higher. Well, Dogecoin right now on Webull says 17.5 cents. On CoinDesk, it says it's at 21 cents. Let me pull up another site. Let's look at another site. Dogecoin. We can look at Yahoo. It says it's at 20 cents. Keep it on CoinDesk for a while. CoinDesk says it's at 21 cents. I don't know why Webull is so much lower. That is a little weird, because it's not a small difference. Like Webull right now, it says it's at 17 cents per coin, but on CoinDesk it says it's at 20 cents. Yeah, Rusty. It says, yeah, that's really weird. Webull looks way off, way off. We'll keep it on here, but it doesn't update live, so I'll just keep refreshing that. But yeah, so you guys were talking about real estate. Yeah, right now if you're looking to do rental properties, it's just everyone wants to get in, and you have to make sure you're getting them at a good price, a deal, because if not, you're going to get screwed when the market goes down. That's just one thing, I've been thinking about a lot lately. But yeah, people are saying Dogecoin market cap. Should I buy Doge dip right now? Young Park. So, okay, if you guys are looking at Doge as in you're trying to make a quick buck and trying to make a significant return, I'd be careful because there's no way to predict, like, what are the use cases for this? Okay, the thing to think about is when you look at Dogecoin, if you look on CoinDesk, all of these things have different value propositions. And if you look at Dogecoin, this just basically speaks for itself. Value proposition. Meme coin. That is the value proposition. Meme coin. So, like if you look at Ethereum, for example, global computer. That's the value proposition. If you look at Bitcoin, digital gold value proposition. So it's like, if you're trying to make a quick buck on Dogecoin, I wouldn't put your largest investment in the crypto space in Dogecoin. I'm not trying to be negative, I'm just trying to, tell you guys what I would do. Because look, it is a high risk. And like for me, I don't want to take that high risk. If you want to take the high risk, go for it. Like go all in. But if you don't want to take that high of a risk, if you don't want to, like, I don't want to lose all the money I would put into something, no matter what the investment is. I don't want to lose 50%. So I wouldn't invest in that. Young Park, Cody, how long do you think it'll go? How low do you think it'll go? I just bought the dip. Buy, and hold. If you guys are new here, we're hitting about 300 viewers. If you are new, please be sure to like the stream. On this channel, I put an episode out every single day at 9 a.m., about an hour long, and I cover about 10 to 20 topics on stocks, crypto, tech. I cover a bunch of different topics, so make sure you subscribe so you can tune in every day at 9 a.m. when we talk about what's going on in the world, basically. Stock market. Tomorrow we have a lot of big stuff to talk about with Palantir, Dogecoin. Especially you're seeing with Dogecoin right now, but Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, high risk, big gains. Christopher, yeah, high risk, big gains, but big losses. So, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just you gotta look at it both ways. Yeah, if you, let's say, 5x your money, you'd be really happy. But if your money got cut and you had 1/5, you would not be happy at all. Oh, I like that emoji, Rusty. It's a nice looking emoji you got there. I like it. Subscribed. What emoji is that? That's a pretty cool one. Still worth buying dips, Curtis. Lots of people missed. Oh, yeah. Gaming DT, Elon Gate. I have that. That's going on a video on the other channel tomorrow. And it's in our long episode. But Elon Gate, they pledged, right here. They pledged a total of $1 million to various charities. A little more than $1 million. And this token just launched 3 weeks ago. Crazy. It was born from an Elon Musk tweet. What's the market? Elon Gate. Let's look up coin market cap. 3 weeks ago, this token was launched. What's the market cap on it? No market cap, but the trading volume in the last 24 hours is 28 million or 29 million. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about that. I've been watching that actually a little bit lately. If it hits Coinbase, it's gonna soar. You're talking about Dogecoin, right? Master Deuce. You're saying that if Dogecoin goes to Coinbase, right? So yeah, okay guys, a lot of people are talking about Robinhood having some issues. Robinhood reported issues the other day with Dogecoin actually because the volume was really high Yeah, they've had issues in the past with volume, having outages, and so there have been some reported outages with Dogecoin. People getting notifications, people money not showing up right away. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't worry about it, right? Red Pill Pause says not to worry about it. Where's Elon sending his rocket to? To space. That's where rockets go. No, I'm just joking. But no, it is going to space. Oh, tomorrow you guys saw Eddie, SpaceX. SpaceX has a launch tomorrow with people in it. First time ever that's going to be a reusable rocket, I believe, with people. Crew 2 rocket launch. It's happening, I think, like really early in the morning. I believe 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. Friday morning, the rocket. Let's look at this. SpaceX. We'll just look on The Verge. SpaceX, 5:49 a.m. Eastern time. 4-person crew will launch atop SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket. This is the first time NASA astronauts will fly a reused crew capsule. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal for like the next generation of space travel. But let's get back to Dogecoin. You guys want to follow the prices here. Yeah, Eddie, more Tesla, SpaceX stuff. I'm gonna be putting more of that on this channel as well, and my other channel. Make sure, Eddie, you probably like looking at the other channel, Michael Rubel Extras, because I put like short 2-3 minute clips on that channel. All of you guys, 2 or 3 minute clips of all the topics I talk about in my morning show. So, let's say talk for an hour. I break all that up and I put it into the other channel, Michael Rubel Extras. So if you don't want to sit around for an hour and watch that show, or even 30 minutes, you can just watch the 2 or 3 minute clips, and I talk about, these different things with SpaceX, different things with Dogecoin, different things with Bitcoin, Ethereum, stocks, just everything. No, Ernesto, you don't pay, if you sell something, even if you don't take it out of the brokerage, you still have to pay taxes. It doesn't matter. Like, Ernesto, if you sell something, buy or sell something, and let's say you buy and sell Dogecoin, you make a profit on it, or let's say you make a profit on it. Even if you don't take it out of, let's say, your account, you still have to pay taxes on that. Yeah. So, Eddie, it's called Michael Rubel Extras. And, there's a lot of videos I post on it for all you guys, but if you don't like a video, just don't watch it. But it's good because it's 2 or 3 minute clips that cover different stocks, different cryptos, really everything. I've posted about Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Skills, Palantir, and Tesla all today on that channel. Yeah. Draco 47. I did see there was that there was like a whale account, about 3 billion total. Yeah, I'll put a link to it, Eddie. But yeah, they were selling 1 million every 15 minutes on that. I'll just put the link in the top for you guys. Let's pull that up. Bitcoin, silver. I don't know if you guys saw, but Ethereum, there's now 3 ETFs in Canada. Let's put that. Is that the right one? Let's look. I believe that is. I'll pin it to the top. Yeah, so this was actually one of my first that channel was like my first channel I made on YouTube.
And now I just use it as like an extra as I put all the clips on it. It makes it, there's a lot of content, but the thing I like about it is that for anyone who doesn't want to sit around and watch a long episode, you don't have to bother. You could just watch these short clips. I post everything from like stimulus checks to what's going on in the government to Tesla. Can we see the list, bro? What list, Drake, are you looking for? Draco 47. Where do I see that list? Oh, the list. Are you talking about the list? Sorry, blanked out for a minute. You talk about the list of the whale account that's selling every 15 minutes? Yeah, we'll pull that up. Whale account. Did I invest in Dogecoin? No, I did not invest in Dogecoin. Like I said, I think my risk, I don't want to take as high of a risk as maybe other people are willing, and like some people want to take a really high risk. I don't want to sort of take that high of a risk right now. Red pill pause. Someone realized crazy news. Everything is tanking. Everything is tanking. The stock market futures are up. Crypto, on the other hand, everything is down a lot. Selling. I'm pulling up the Dogecoin right now. Selling 1 million. If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that like button. There's 250 people watching, but we only have 75 likes. So let's make sure we get that to... let's say 100 likes. Let's see if we could do that. I'm trying to pull up. I had it earlier. The whale account that was selling 1 million every 15 minutes. I'm pulling that up for you guys right now. Here we go. Let's look at this. So now you can see it here. Bro, just hodl. You subscribed? Aiden, thank you. Make sure to also subscribe to that channel I put on the top, because that is where I post all the clips. It's honestly, I think it's better. Anthony, how is this clickbait? Is it not breaking news that Dogecoin is tanking? I mean, to me, I think I think that's breaking news. Dogecoin is tanking. That is breaking news. But yeah, this is where everyone was showing the accounts that were selling 1 million Doge every 15 minutes. Basically like clockwork. It was happening earlier. Yeah, Anthony, I'm telling you. Anthony, breaking news, my man. Breaking news can mean it's tanking or it's going up. They're both breaking news. I mean, it's like when people say the other videos on my other channel are clickbait. It's like here, I'll put this link. As people say those are clickbait, it's like, come on, guys. Just because something is going down, that's breaking news. Going up, that could be breaking. Like, breaking news means something just happened. If something just happened, that means... But here, let me pull this. So that's the link. I just threw a link in there for the charts for Bitcoin and Ethereum, stuff like that. No worries, Anthony. I'm just playing. You could say it's clickbait. It's whatever. But we're all good. Oh, Matt Willen, you're saying it was clickbait too? I mean, it's not. Breaking Dogecoin news. Did I say anywhere that it's skyrocketing? Come on, Matt. There are warning symbols next to it. Warning symbols. Yeah, I can't make everyone happy. But can we get the juicy stuff and skip the intro? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but we've been on this for a while now. So we're just, we're jumping around a bit, going back and forth, talking about Dogecoin, talking about Bitcoin, talking about everything that's going on. Volume, 24-hour volume for Dogecoin has gone up a little bit over the since we've been on here. It's at $3.17 billion. Anthony, thank you for that, but I'm just playing with you, my man. Don't worry about it. But thank you for that. Yeah, so it's at 3.17 billion the volume. So you guys got to remember when Dogecoin was going up, when Dogecoin was skyrocketing, right, leading up to 420, what was going on there is that the 24-hour value transacted was at the exact same amount as the market cap. So, for example, the value transacted right now is $3.17 billion. And the market cap for Dogecoin, or the volume for Dogecoin was $12.123 billion. The market cap is sitting right around $27.66 billion. So when we saw this skyrocketing, this volume right here, I'm pointing to the screen, even though you don't see what I'm pointing at, but the volume, the 24-hour volume is at 12.123, which is only half, a little even less than half of the market cap. When we saw this really skyrocketing, the volume was the same or even higher than the market cap. I remember when I did a video on the other channel, on the one I have linked to the top, I did a video on that channel and I was explaining how the volume was higher than the market cap. That means that there was a lot of either demand, a lot of people interested in buying, selling it. So, yeah, so we're not seeing that right now. It's just not as high of a volume. Vic Ald, Robinhood having an issue again. So, okay, you invested 15K, it's showing us 30K. The thing that happens with Robinhood sometimes, especially late at night, I found also, when it gets to be late at night, there's sometimes issues with Robinhood, the account. But they've had a lot of issues recently with when there gets to be a high volume, when some of these prices really fluctuate, it doesn't really seem to function properly. So I just give it some time, Vic. Just give it a bit of time. And it'll show up correctly. Is Robinhood the whale? That's a good question. So right now, they are probably one of the accounts. They're obviously not the one that's selling it, because when you buy crypto on Robinhood, you don't actually own the crypto, like you personally. It's stored in like Robinhood's like accounts. So yeah, they wouldn't be selling it, but the big accounts could be a lot of those exchanges, a lot of the big accounts like that. You didn't think it was going to tank that fast, Jonathan. I mean, that's the risk. You saw with GameStop, right? GameStop went from $400 to $200 in a day. It's the same thing here. Went from 100 to, went from 40 cents to 20 cents in 30 hours, 36 hours. Do you guys want me to go live more often on this channel? Voice crack, Zach. I just have a high voice. I get excited, my voice gets higher. You know what I mean? When I get excited, when I get passionate about talking about this stuff, my voice just gets higher. I don't really think it's a voice crack, Zach. But if you guys want me to go live more on here, let me know in the comments. Just say like yes. Don't go live. I won't, Jonathan. No worries. Never go live again. Never will go live again. James, okay. Do I think it's going to go back up? Marla. Yes, I do think it will. I think it'll go back up. Because it's all about attention. It's all about attention, guys. Like, go live for just for Doge. I'm not going live just for Dogecoin. I gotta go live for the stock market, Dogecoin, everything, my man. So, yeah, okay. Right now, when we're looking at this, what's going on with Dogecoin? Do I think it's going to go back up? Yeah, I think I think we'll definitely see it go back up, and it's just all about attention, hype around it. Obviously, there's no way to say, okay, this is the value of Dogecoin 5 years from now. There's no way to say like that's the value because it's just impossible. Because the practical uses aren't, it doesn't have as many like real life use cases at the moment. Like Ethereum, it has smart contracts. Ethereum, has the NFTs, so it does. Do I have Instagram in? Yeah, I do. Check out my Instagram. It's all linked in the about section of this. I'm gonna start posting more on all of that. Someone asked. Okay, let me get back to this. Polkadot, SafeMoon. What else did I see? Polkadot. First of all, Draco, Polkadot. I did a video on Polkadot, a Polkadot index token, actually. I think I posted it already. I'm looking for it right now, guys. Give me a second. Polkadot, the thing that I found exciting with them is this index token. It will be coming out fairly soon. And it's a good way to invest in just the entire ecosystem. The entire Polkadot ecosystem. I'm throwing it in the chat. Polkadot video. There we go. Polkadot video. I hooked you in my lies, Matt. You're just messing with me now. That hurts. I did not lie. I did not lie, my man. Breaking news. Well, just because it's cool to say SafeMoon scan doesn't make it a scam. Hold SafeMoon. I don't know enough about SafeMoon to give you guys a real opinion on it. I'll look into it more, but I have to. I have not looked into SafeMoon to be able to say, guys, like this is what it's about. I know everything about it. I don't know enough about SafeMoon. I'm not really big into the crypto space. I've been talking about Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, a lot of that, but I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge about SafeMoon to really let you guys know. I do know about Palantir and Skills and DraftKings. Those stocks I like. I know those aren't cryptos. But, actually, I'm building an app right now. I have one app already. It's live on the App Store. It's like a task app. It's called Bellboy. But I'm building another app that's a social network for trading. I'll tell you more about that pretty soon. It's going to be pretty exciting. It's actually a brokerage app. It's going to be similar to like a Robinhood. It's like a Robinhood combined with a Venmo. So I am building that out right now with like a team. I think you guys will really like it. Because it makes Jerson Sebastian, you're sad? I'm sorry. I'm sad too. Matt was saying I was lying to you guys. Can you teach us how to make an app? Aiden. So I've made a couple of apps. There's a couple different ways to do it. I know it's not related, but we have the screen on here. So I'll keep Dogecoin on here, the price. But I'm going to also want to answer you guys' questions. Making an app, if you want, there's a couple different ways to do it. The easiest, least expensive way to go about it at first is to do something called a web-based app. So essentially it's like a website put into a box. that goes in the App Store. So it looks like an app, it functions like an app, but essentially it's just a website. So it's not as much coding behind it, it's a lot easier. And there's a site that I've used called bubble.io. So check out, it's called bubble.io. And I believe that's still a link for it. But it's basically a no coding app. And you can build an app that looks just like Uber, just like Lyft on that platform. You know, it's going to take a little bit of learning, a little bit, but you don't need to know how to code or anything like that. It's all just drag and drop. You can hard code elements into it, but it's pretty good. I was smart. If I was smart, yeah, that would be smart to invest. If you do make like a life-changing amount of money, it's always best to put money on the side. James Murphy, you know how to copy and paste? Are you talking about with the app? That's pretty impressive, copy and paste. No, yeah, it's called bubble.io. It's really like drag drop, things like that. It's pretty easy. Like, yeah, I mean, like, it took me, I built an app that looks exactly, let's say, what does it look like? It's like an eBay, but for services. I built it in a couple of months. Doge market cap. Yeah, Aiden, so it's bubble.io. Just check that out. Draco, you put 7K on a coin and you don't want to lose it. Which coin did you put it in? Which coin did you put that money into? Did you put it into Dogecoin? Did you put it into Ethereum? Where did it go? Jeffrey, the breaking Dogecoin news is that it has been tanking. And we've already gone over a lot of that, so if you are new here, just rewind the stream back to the beginning. We go over Dogecoin, we go over what's going on there. Now we're talking a little bit we're keeping the price of Dogecoin on the screen, and we're also talking about what's going on with just all your questions. So if you want to see everything about Dogecoin specifically, I spoke about it towards the beginning. But I don't want to just repeat everything over and over again. Let's look at this. I'm going to start investing into Polkadot instead of Ethereum. I really like Ethereum, Timmy. Like, I think Ethereum is one of the best bets out there for crypto. You got my man, repeat yourself. What? You want me to repeat myself? Okay, Jeffrey. See ya. We don't need you here. We're good. Doesn't really matter. It's like funny. People always leave the comments. They're like, you suck. This is terrible. It's like, why are you commenting that? Why are you even here? Just leave. Bring the negative energy somewhere else. Oh, got a typo. Yeah, okay. Right now, Dogecoin. Let's look at some news. Let's get back. I want to look to see if anything has come out since we've last looked at this. I'm going to pull this up. That big account is still selling. If you guys go back in the thing, you look at what was happening. That big account, that whale account, is still selling consistently. That 1 million every 15 minutes. Here it is. Major correction. Let's look at what this says. Okay. Dogecoin seeing a major correction after a long bull run. That's basically everything. According to Coin Market Cap data, Dogecoin's price plunged over 37%. Coin down 15%. 54 billion. Well, this is nothing. I've said that from the start I would like Dogecoin to do well, but much more important to me that the community is a force for good. The creator says his has a quite small stake in Dogecoin, even though he did create it. Wow, okay. That doesn't explain anything new, what's going on. Daniel, no, don't do it. You're good. Just if you're losing money on Dogecoin, don't worry about it. Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Why are you here, my man? Dogecoin has recovered quite a bit, though, since we started this stream. It was at like 25 cents when we started, went down to 18. Now it's back up to 20 cents per coin. So that is pretty good. It has recovered since we've been on here. When I was getting the microphone and everything figured out, it tanked. But since then, it's gone up. James Murphy, stimulus check. Ooh, good old times, stimulus checks. I don't think a stimulus check is happening anytime soon. Daniel, do you think it'll shoot back up soon? Yeah, so right now, you guys, like, we're starting to get into, like, the hours for, like, the Asian market for crypto. Like, there is no, like, Asian hour for, like, for crypto markets, but it's like, this is a time when people in, you know, that 10 to 14 hour time difference are really starting to wake up. Their days are starting, so that's what we're seeing now. But we'll have to wait and see tomorrow with basically everyone in the U.S. starting to, like, look at their accounts, starting to get back there. You took your profit. Very stressful situation. Yeah, okay, so James Devansh, maybe he's pronouncing it wrong. But yeah, so for me personally, like when you're seeing Dogecoin or when you're seeing any investment, when you're like, it's a very stressful situation and it's making like your stomach so anxious, that's a sign that you probably have too much money in that one investment. Because yes, when you're investing in all of these things, Dogecoin, any sort of the SPACs, when you have a lot of money in it and your stomach starts to turn, you start to get really anxious about it, and it's like you're watching it all day, that's a sign that you have too much money invested. You should probably have a smaller amount of your portfolio in, because that's not good. Like, as soon as I felt that once, and as soon as it happened, I sold off my position in the stock I had, not everything, and I dropped it down. I brought it back down to around like 5% or something, because everyone wants to put in like 50% of their portfolio, or like just YOLO it and go all in into a crypto, or go into, let's say everyone wants to go all in into Dogecoin, because you see the stories of people making 10x. Because a lot of people have done that with Dogecoin in just a couple months. But you don't see what's happening, the people who lose all their money. And so, like, for me, it's like best thing to do is just make sure you're diversified. Yeah, Patrick, a lot of people have been having problems with Robinhood. reports have been coming out that Robinhood has had a lot of outages, and they're still having outages. Robinhood, I'm going to show that to you guys. Dogecoin outage. I'm going to put a link for you guys to download if you don't have a crypto exchange platform that you're buying and selling on. I want to add this one for you guys. Let's pull this up. Copy. I'm going to put that in the chat. Wow, that's a long thing. Sign up now and get... I'm just putting this in the chat for you guys. Download Coinbase and... Putting this in the chat for you guys. Sorry, I'm just focused on this for a minute. There we go. Let's pin that. Replace pinned. There we go. Yeah. Okay, let me look at the chat. Sorry, I missed that for a second. Okay, so a couple of things that happened with Robinhood. First of all, like I did speak about this on my other channel, but first of all, is one thing that happened with Robinhood is they first had some outages, causing people to not get notifications, have delays with their payments, and it looks like that's still happening. A lot of you guys are having that. Other thing that they did, which I did speak about in the other channel, is that Robinhood now allows people to buy 1 Dogecoin instead of 10 after the recent run-up. So now essentially you could just add 1 coin at a time, which is, you know, it is good news. You don't have to play with as much money. And it just shows that, you know, Dogecoin is becoming more of a reality. When I sold some Doge, it took a little to show up. Mine came back, so I wouldn't trip about it. Is there any chance of it reaching 50 cents? Yeah, there is a chance that it could reach 50 cents. If you guys are new here, welcome to the stream. I don't know how long we're going to stay on here, but thanks for joining us. If you have any questions about the stock market, crypto, let me know. What happens when a coin... Oh, and if you're new here, please be sure to like the video. Let's get this up to 200 likes. What happens if a coin completely crashes and never recovers, resulting in you losing a lot of money, but then you never sell? Do you just not lose money till you sell? Okay, like, it's the same thing as a company going bankrupt. Company can go bankrupt, you lose all your money. So, if a stock goes to zero, you lose everything. It's happened before. It's going to happen a lot of times in the future. Do I know how to mine? Draco47. Bitcoin mining, not done it myself. I don't have a lot of experience, but I've looked into buying Bitcoin mining equipment before, and really it's a lot of upfront capital buying the equipment to make sure you can actually mine it at a fast enough hash rate. And if you can mine it at a fast enough hash rate, then it can be profitable. Fan of Roblox. James, I love that. Roblox. So let me pull back up, because the title of the video, before any of you guys get upset, the title of the video is Dogecoin. So we're going to keep this, we're going to keep that on the screen, but I want to answer your questions, so just relax. But Roblox, I like Roblox a lot. Obviously, Kathy Wood and ARK Invest has been putting a lot of money into Roblox recently. And one thing I like about it is that they pay their creators a lot of money. So with Roblox, they have a lot of different games on the platform. And the key to any sort of online gaming company is that games go out of style. People are always trying to look for the next big game, and it happens. Same with skills. People are worried about skills in the sense that what happens when, like, Solitaire, or their number one game, goes away, and people don't like that anymore. That's where Roblox I really like, because they pay their creators a lot of money, so there's a big, big incentive for those people to actually continue to develop more games, new games, and that's great, because if they have a big incentive to develop new games, it's just inevitable that they're gonna, hit on the next big one, the next big game. So like in my opinion, with like Roblox, if you're paying the creators enough money, there's always people creating games. I don't think the platform's ever going to go away, because there's just going to be always new games being developed. They'll just find that next big game, and I wouldn't worry about that. Same with skills. I did a video on skills, which let me throw in that in the chat. I did a video on skills earlier today on the other channel, which you guys should subscribe to if you're not subscribed, because I do talk a lot about stocks there. But I'm going to throw that video in the chat. Skills, their top 5 games over the last 5 years, a lot of them have been the same, but they've also like changed over time slightly. So it's like, there's not going to be one game that's always going to be the top game, the top generating revenue for years and years. It's going to change periodically, and that's to be expected. When they find a game that it does do really well, well, then they pour more marketing dollars into it. So yeah, if you want to mine Draco47, you want to mine any sort of cryptocurrency. Yeah, obviously Bitcoin is the most expensive. Also, by the way, I don't want to forget you, 5G Gaming YT. You got in DC for 0.5, sold 51 at 0.7, so gold. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay, Bitcoin mining Draco, then we'll go on to I'm Cool. I like how you spelled it with a K. But Draco47, so you want to mine BTC just cheaper. So the first thing you have to do is, like I said, I've never mined it myself before. If any of you guys have, let me know in the comments. I've looked into it, but you have to have the equipment in place to be able to do it. Like I said, I'm not an expert on Bitcoin mining. I've never mined it before. This is just from me reading it. But the first place I would start doing some research, looking at other coins you can mine. Essentially, I've seen that obviously mining Ethereum is, probably the next best thing to doing Bitcoin. It's a lot cheaper than doing Bitcoin, and you can buy mining equipment. So let's look up how to mine Ethereum. You can mine it on a PC. You can mine it on different computers. The problem is it's just like the hash rate, like the rate at which they can solve the algorithms. It's really not fast enough to really make any sort of money. So yes, you can do it on just a PC. You can do it on something like that. But the problem is long term, as time goes on, the algorithms get harder and harder to solve. And if the algorithms get harder to solve, you need to have more computing power to be able to solve the algorithms, which essentially means you need faster, stronger, better computers. Gervin Nunez, what happens if you lose more money than what you invested? For example, if you bought Bitcoin at 50K, you spend 10K and Bitcoin goes, what is that? Gervin Nunez, you bought Bitcoin at 50K, you spend 10K, and Bitcoin goes down. I'm not really understanding your question, Gervin. Maybe I'm just reading it incorrectly, but please, try and type that again. Let me see what you're saying. Really, it's not profitable, Draco. No, Bitcoin mining is profitable. Like, Riot Blockchain is solely a Bitcoin mining company, and they mine with all the machines they have. They did about 500. I think it was 493 like Bitcoin they mined in the first quarter of 2021. So they're able to mine what's 500 times 50,000. 500 times 50,000. I'm blanking out. 500 times 50K. 25 million. So they did 25 million mining Bitcoin. So it's definitely profitable. It's just Like I said, I don't have enough experience to like be like, okay, this is the equipment you need. This is what you need to do. I don't know exactly. I know there is going to be an upfront cost that you're going to need to spend on getting the equipment. It might take a couple of months for that to pay off, but then it's just going to be pure profit. Other thing to keep in mind with Bitcoin mining is the electricity. You do have to pay for electricity. Drew, mining Bitcoin isn't worth it. To get just one coin, ideal time frame, you're going to spend massive amounts of electricity and mining equipment. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, you're going to need to spend a lot on electricity, a lot on buying. But I know of people who, I've heard of people, I don't know anyone personally, who mines Bitcoin, mining Bitcoin, mining Ethereum. Like, you could mine Ethereum. You could mine a different coin that would be a little less expensive to mine. The algorithms would be a lot easier. Chris, so we spoke about Dogecoin at the beginning of the stream. So just rewind it back. Right now, we're just addressing everything that people are asking with regards to anything from Dogecoin, Bitcoin, stocks, just about anything. So I'm answering everyone's questions, and we're keeping Dogecoin on the screen. But if you want to see what's going on exactly with Dogecoin, if you guys are new, just make sure to rewind it to the beginning. I talk about what is going on. We did see like the big crash with Dogecoin. We were here for the whole thing. It dropped well below 20 cents per coin. Now it's back up above. What do you think will happen tonight? I don't want to wake up broke. I don't think anyone wants to wake up broke tomorrow. No, but Dogecoin, I think we've probably seen a lot of the action that we're going to see with it. We saw the big drop off. It was the same thing as that flash crash we saw. Bitcoin now is back under 50,000, which is a pretty big deal. Oh yeah, is it possible to mine Dogecoin? Yeah, it's definitely possible. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can mine Dogecoin. The thing with Dogecoin is there's an unlimited amount that you can mine. Like, there's no cap. Bitcoin, it gets harder and harder to mine over time. Requires more powerful equipment because there's a limited cap like of Dogecoin of Bitcoin that'll ever be able to be mined. Someone says, what I was trying to say. Okay, Gervin, I get you now. If you spend 10K when Bitcoin is at 50K, and it goes down to 30, do you lose all your money? No, you do not lose all your money because essentially, if you invest 10K into Bitcoin when it's at 50K, you're buying like 1/5 of a Bitcoin. So like 0.2. So 0.2, like 1/5 of 30,000 is going to be 6,000. So if you invested 10K into Bitcoin when it was at 50, it goes down to 30. Your 10K turns into 6K. Chances of Amazon allowing Doge. James. Chances of them actually allowing it, you'd first have to see them, which I don't think they do, accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't, like, that's the natural progression. Does Amazon accept Bitcoin? So, do I think it'll happen immediately? No, because Amazon does not accept Bitcoin right now. So if they don't accept Bitcoin, they don't accept Ethereum. I think that with seeing Dogecoin, it's not going to happen until they at least accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. So yes, there's been a petition that people are signing. A petition that people sign to get it to allow, to like encourage Amazon to sign off and allow Dogecoin, but the petition has been around for a while. It's gotten more traction recently. Someone said they can't hear me. No, microphone's working all good. Avian, just make sure your volume's up. But so until we see them accept Ethereum or Bitcoin, I don't think we'll see Dogecoin. Oh yeah, Drew, with Elon and Dogecoin, every time Elon Musk tweets, yes, it definitely affects Dogecoin. Newegg, Dallas Mavericks accept Dogecoin. Yes, I spoke about them in the other channel. I'm going to put a link to that channel. Newegg, you said is not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal. It's a big company. They're also Dallas Mavericks, the Houston Rockets, a robotics company, publicly traded robotics company accepts it. A Latvian airline accepts Dogecoin. What else? A couple of other companies. I don't remember all of them. So Mark Cuban, antics. Mark Cuban with Dogecoin. He's spoken about Dogecoin, but he says he'd really only buy Dogecoin instead of like a lottery ticket. He hasn't said like, oh, Dogecoin is great. Dogecoin, like, yeah. The reason he says the Dallas Mavericks accept Dogecoin is because he says that when you own a business, sometimes you need to make it fun. So he said that's something fun. And in reality for them, it's like just the marketing and the attention they're getting from allowing Dogecoin is probably pays for itself. So even if they lose money, it doesn't matter. Like there's a reason why like Tesla doesn't accept Dogecoin. They accept Bitcoin, but there's a reason why they don't accept Dogecoin as a form of payment. Yeah, 5G gaming, it is like a lottery. It's fun for them. But right, there's a reason why Tesla only accepts Bitcoin, doesn't accept Dogecoin. Dogecoin, like, when you're talking about buying a t-shirt from the Dallas Mavericks, when you're talking about buying a t-shirt with the Dallas Mavericks, it's fine if they lose that, $20, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're talking about a $60,000 Tesla, well, you can't start losing that consistently. That's not a good idea. That's not going to be good at all. Chris Waddle, I guarantee, it is not Bill Gates who's selling Bitcoin, selling Dogecoin. I do not think he owns any Dogecoin at all. Reggie, so I'm telling you Mark Cuban's an idiot, Brian? No, I'm not saying Mark Cuban's an idiot. What I'm saying is that Mark Cuban says in business, you got to do things that are fun sometimes. And what's fun is, them accepting Dogecoin. You got to remember, if a company, they're spending money on marketing every year. And like a company, let's say like the Dallas Mavericks, they're spending probably a couple $1 million on marketing every year. So if people buy a couple $100,000 worth of merch, like, t-shirts, stuff from their store, Dallas Mavericks logos, and let's say they lose all that money by just tweeting that they accept Dogecoin, it's bringing more attention to their space. So they could just write that off as like it could just be like a marketing expense. Yeah, James, it's good PR, right? Just think about it. If people buy a lot of stuff, if people buy $1 million worth of stuff from Dogecoin, with Dogecoin from the Dallas Mavericks, and it goes to zero, well, they could just say, oh, well, that was free marketing. So basically, it's like they spent $500,000 on the marketing. Like, if they saw a ridiculous amount of people buy stuff with Dogecoin, they might cap it, but they haven't seen anything crazy. Because Elon Musk has also come out and said that he is not, Mark Cuban says that Dallas Mavericks are not selling their Dogecoin ever. He literally said, not selling Dogecoin ever. Dustin, good to see you on this channel. This is my other channel. Welcome. Welcome to my other channel. We do longer episodes on this. I usually talk about the stock market. And this is the first video ever I've done about crypto on this channel. Like solely about crypto. I do longer episodes where I talk a lot about stocks, but Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, I mean, like, right. People might spend like $60 on a jersey, but really, they're not losing so much money, so it's not. It's not a big deal. It's just like marketing for them. But like, for example, that's why Tesla doesn't accept. That's why Tesla doesn't accept Dogecoin as a valid form of payment, because they can't afford to lose $60,000 on a car. 5G gaming. You saw my video yesterday as a recommendation. You probably saw it on the other channel, because that's where I've been posting a lot of the stuff. So you guys, if you have seen me from anything with crypto, you probably saw it on the other channel. But I do talk mostly about stocks and tech news. So if you only want to see crypto, I'm going to be posting about everything. So, ooh, Flutter Entertainment. What is that? I think I spoke about them the other day. Is that the company that, I think something with an NFT? Did they Flutter Entertainment? I think I made a video on this channel. I think they're doing NFTs, right? Right, James? Flutter Entertainment. I believe they're doing something with NFTs. I'm not 100% sure. I'd go back and look on this channel. I probably did it a little while ago. So, London-based Flutter Entertainment. Let me look. NFT. Pulling up my phone. No, I don't know, I guess, enough about Flutter Entertainment. I think I might have done a video on them before, but I don't really remember. You don't want to sleep the whole night? Well, I'm probably going to go to sleep because I wake up at like 5. So, no matter what time I go to bed, I'm still going to probably wake up at 5. And it's 12:20. But, anyways, FanDuel will go public. FanDuel is actually FanDuel is owned by, oh, right, that's what it is. FanDuel is owned by Flutter Entertainment. That's what it is. Would I be interested in making a crypto? No, I wouldn't make a crypto. Like, would I make an NFT? Possibly. Like, a lot of people are making NFTs that are just for them, like, selves. It's like investing in a person. But I'd rather build, like, a business, an actual business. Like, I've built businesses before, and I have a lot more fun doing that. Like, I built a startup for, like, essentially it's an eBay for services where people say what jobs they need done, from, like, hanging a light bulb to setting up furniture to helping move. They say what they need done, they set a price, and other people bid on it. So they're like, oh, I'll pay someone, like $50 to hang up my TV. And then a bunch of people bid on it. And they're like, oh, I'll pick this person, I'll pick that person. So that I built that. And I would definitely also I am working on building a social network trading app. So think of like a Venmo combined with a Robinhood. So you can see what your friends are buying and selling in real time. Not the exact dollar amounts, but you can see, like, for example, if you had the app, you could see exactly what I bought and sold in real time. It'll say like, oh, Michael bought Apple, Michael bought this, Michael sold this. Same as your Venmo feed. You know, on Venmo how they have that feed? Venmo has that feed where it's like, oh, Michael paid what? Denise. Michael paid Denise $5. Or Michael paid James $5 for, let's say, like a burger. I don't know. It's the same thing as that. So then you could see what your friends are buying and selling, and you can get like rankings based on that. So that's what I'm currently working on right now. Something like a Venmo combined with Robinhood. Doge is never going back up. I think you're wrong, Brian. I think it will go back up. What's the lowest it'll go? 0? Could go to 0. Hope it doesn't. But you guys got to remember that the value proposition for Dogecoin is meme coin. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Aiden, it's like a Facebook but for trading. Just think of it like it's like a Robinhood combined with a Venmo. In the sense that if Robinhood had like something where if Robinhood had a section where you could see what your friends are buying or selling, like it's like an Instagram where you don't know how much money each person has, but you can say, okay, well, like this person actually bought this. Because it's like you always want to know. If you know someone who's successful, you're like, well, what are they buying? What are they selling? So it's like if you know someone who's successful, you have a friend, you could say, oh, this is what they're actually buying. This is when they actually bought it. Rusty, I'm glad you're back, my friend. Doge won't get back to 10 cents. There's too much attention on it now. People will get out of their panic selling and start buying again. It's profitable. I'm cool. I think you're right in the sense that there is a lot of attention around it right now, so it's not going to drop down to below 10, I don't think. Scurvy, we've been live for... You're going to do me like that? We've been live for, what is this, 2 hours? And you're saying it's a clickbait headline? I'm not going to repeat myself for 2 hours saying the same thing. Come on, Scurvy. We talked about it at the beginning. Now I'm just talking about your questions. Yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm down 8K in 2 days. Still positive long term. LOL. I'm cool. Clickbait. It's clickbait. Yeah, it is. I feel like people just like saying that. I find it funny. Now it's like every time someone says that, I just put like a heart next to their comment. I just heart their comment. I'm like, thank you. Avian, I look like Mac Miller. I've gotten that before. Except I'm like better shaped than Mac Miller. Someone said the other day that I looked like I go to the gym in the YouTube. I was like, I guess. I mean, I deadlift like 595, so I'd say that's pretty decent. And I don't have... So yeah, if you want to watch Mac Miller, you could just watch me talk about stocks and say I'm Mac Miller. You know? I'm the next best thing, I guess. Clickbait will work in YouTube. 5G gaming YT. It's clickbait, bro. Bro, I don't even lift. If you're in Atlanta, you could go to the gym with me. I don't care. We'll see. Oh, Rusty, I love that emoji. It's my favorite emoji. But so yeah, if you guys are buying Dogecoin, chat's going off. But if you're buying Dogecoin and you believe in it long term, it's good to just, dollar cost average it and buy it as it dips. That's the best way to buy any stock, any crypto, any investment. Buy consistently over time. Long-term price target prediction for it ever breaking $1. Yeah, I think it could break $1. I think it could break $1. Oh, I can't bench as much as you, Wall Street pickers. If you actually could bench 375, I can't bench that. Sir Gall Davis, I could put Dogecoin Instant Million. I'll use that as a title. I'll find someone who became a millionaire from Dogecoin. I'll put that as the title. And I'll say that you told me about it. Instant Dogecoin millionaire. I said mega Dogecoin millionaire earlier. Yeah, I'm cool. It is nice that they let you buy one coin at a time on Robinhood now. In Doge we trust, and I bench 450. Are you saying that I bench 450 or you bench 450? I don't bench 450. I could bench like 330. I don't know. I've been slacking at the gym. Deadlift is by far my strongest. I could do like I could do like I don't know. I did the other day like 545 for like 3 or 4. I don't know. You're gonna subscribe? Ooh, that means a lot, my man. So we'll talk. See, we don't just talk about stock. I'll talk about anything. Like everyone talks about stocks. They just talk about all this stuff. But it's like, right now we have the chart here. We talked about it crashing. We talked about what's going on. But it's like there's other stuff to talk about too. Tony Rodriguez. Doge community holds strong. I don't know if I'm part of the Doge community. I'm talking about it. But I don't know if I'm so much part of it. I talk about everything. So yeah, Newegg is a big deal. So yeah, like I said before, the big companies, the big companies for Dogecoin right now that accept Dogecoin are Newegg, Dallas Mavericks, a luxury car dealership in Houston, Houston Rockets. There's also a Latvian Airlines. There's also a publicly traded robotics company. All of those already accept Dogecoin. There's a petition for Amazon to accept Dogecoin. But I don't think it's going to happen really anytime too soon. Oh, Sir Gall Davis. So I'm now officially initiated into the Dogecoin community, you're saying? I've been initiated? Well, thank you. I'm now initiated. Bugatti does as well now. Amazon. Rest is not. Okay, thank you. I've been welcomed to the Dogecoin community. What was the lowest Doge was today? I was working. Dogecoin got down during our stream. It was down below 17 cents. Was it at 14? I don't know if it was at 14. Well, let's look at it right here. It says the low was 16 cents. 16 cents was the low. So there's something with capital gains right now, but that's only for the ultra wealthy, not for other people. It's not going to affect most people. But yeah, go make sure you guys follow that at my other channel. I'm going to put the other channel but if you only want Doge updates, I'm going to be sorry. I have to tell you now, have to warn you guys, that's not only Doge updates on that other channel. It's everything. But let me throw that on there. Why are you here? Well, we talked about Dogecoin at the beginning. But now at this point, Wahira LaBelle, at this point, it's like we talked about Dogecoin. And we still have it on the screen, but we've sort of covered a lot of the stuff that we can cover with it. But I don't want to leave. Why are you here? What's happening? I feel like we're just talking, right? Why isn't it letting me click on this? There we go. I bought at 37, running out of money, bro. What shall I do? I'm so depressed. 75% of your portfolio is in Doge. James, come on, man. Come on, man. Well, no, James. No, don't put 75% all into it. Don't do that. James, make sure you're diversified. But yeah, so Doge right now, I think when we wake, tomorrow it's probably going to stay. In the morning, at least, we'll see it at 21 cents. Depending on when everyone wakes up, we'll see what happens. I think we can see it definitely go back up to like 27, 28 cents. Because there's another resistance point. If we look at Webull, if you could get back up to 25, there's a pretty strong like resistance. 25 cents, like right there. Wait, let me get the 30-minute chart. Yeah, like right there. Can I draw with this? Let's look. Trend line. Why isn't this letting me move? Pretty strong like resistance at 25. Why isn't it letting me move this? So if we see it go back up, I think we'd see it hang around that 25 cents if we could get back up there tomorrow. Avian, you bought Doge at $10, 2032. It's good to know, my friend. Good to know. $32, $10. So what's the market cap on that? $10, it would be, what is that? 5 trillion, right? So it's 5 times bigger than Bitcoin, right? That's what you're saying, Avian? I could be wrong on the math, but 5 times bigger than Bitcoin until 2032? That sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. How much for the couch? There is no couch. Yeah, you guys got to remember, if you believe in this stuff long term, like if you think Dogecoin long term, I don't know how much I think Dogecoin is going to be like something used. I think it's going to be around, but long term, I don't think it's going away. I just don't know how much it's going to be used. But the one thing to keep in mind is that if you believe in it long term, it doesn't matter if you get in now, if you get in a couple, weeks from now, it doesn't really matter. Should you buy Doge right now? So do I have a soul? I don't know. Do I have a soul? Do you have a soul, Brandon? That's the question. Maybe. Maybe not. Mm-hmm. Parth, okay. Should you buy Dogecoin right now? Like I've said, I said this a couple times in the stream. If you want to invest in Dogecoin, you only should use money that you're okay with losing. If you don't, if you invest more than, like, you should not invest more than you're okay with losing. Like, putting money into this is like investing in a startup. Like, in the sense that when you put money into a startup, if you write a check for, like a startup, let's say like I wrote a $20,000 check for a startup. I put that money in knowing that I put the money in, as soon as it goes in, I forget about it. I'm like, this is, I don't have that money anymore. Same thing with Dogecoin. When you put money into Dogecoin, you just got to think like, okay, I put the money in and, it's like, it's not even yours anymore. That's how you have to, like, in my mind, that's how you have to approach Dogecoin. You just have to be like, hey, money's going in. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I don't need it. If I don't have it, it's fine. What couch are we talking about, Justin? Brandon, I don't know what couch we're talking about. There's a table, there's a microphone, there's a chair, there's a light. Oh, Parth, you sub? Thank you. This channel, I talk really about stocks, a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of that stuff. But if you want to have clips, make sure you go to my other channel, which is this. This channel I post all the clips on. I'll put it one more time. I post all the clips on that channel, so it's a lot easier. You found a community. Life is great. It's great. What couch are we talking about? What couch? Yeah, James. Right now it is Asia. That's why we're seeing the price. Tomorrow, George Lopez, you're saying it's going to go to 27 cents. I think if it breaks at 25, we'll see it hover between 25 and 30 the whole day. If we see it stay below 25 in the morning, it's going to stay between, like, I don't think we're going to see it drop in the teens, but I do think that it might stay in the low 20s. It's just that we do have that resistance. I put the line there, but there is that resistance at like 25 cents, 26 cents, right around there. SNDL Sundial. Guys, if I'm telling you which stocks to invest in, like the stocks that I like right now, like DraftKings in my mind is a no-brainer. Really, I feel like DraftKings is a no-brainer. Sports betting being legalized. They have a partnership with the NFL, partnership with the UFC, partnership with the PGA Tour. Like, how many more leagues can they have partnerships with? George Lopez. George Lopez is here. What about Dumbo? Yeah, DraftKings. DraftKings is, I think it's a no-brainer. More and more states legalizing sports betting. They have a partnership with the PGA Tour, partnership with the NFL, partnership with UFC. They have already integrated into Canada. So when Canada legalizes sports betting, George Lopez, your guy. $5 Doge would mean it's what? $250 billion market cap, I believe. So it would be almost larger than Ethereum. I gotta block this person. Hide user. Fubo has sports TV. They'll be able to blend with sports. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I really like about Fubo TV. What do you guys want me to? I think we can go live most nights. What do you want me to title the lives? Just live? Just live with Michael? I could do that. So we don't get upset about if I don't only talk about Dogecoin. Because if I stop talking about Dogecoin, everyone gets upset. They're saying you're clickbaiting, you're lying, you're not talking about this anymore. Doge news. James, I'm not doing Doge news. I'm not just saying Doge news. Oh, name it George Lopez. That's a perfect live stream name. Perfect. Now, I'm cool. It's not just about Dogecoin, guys. We're talking about everything. We're talking about everything related to stocks, investments. I can't call it Doge. If you guys only want Dogecoin, go to like Doge, whatever. I don't know, Doge YouTube. We're talking about all the stuff. George Lopez was here. I think he still is here. Oh, Dogecoin going to Biden house. Title it, will Doge be 0.002? Would I have to pay George Lopez? I'm not paying George Lopez. It's not happening. Not paying George Lopez. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll go live most days. If you guys like this, I feel like you guys do. We're always gonna start talking about stocks, investments, crypto. Oh yeah, it's the real George Lopez, real one. No, so we're always gonna start talking about stocks, crypto, some tech news, things like that. After we talk about that, I'll stay on for really as long as you guys want. Like, I could stay on here all night. We could do the longest live stream ever. What's the longest live stream? Like a month? I could stay on here for a month. I just have to get my dog out of the other room. But I can get my dog. He's in jail. He's a Frenchie. He has to be in jail because he has something wrong with his back. So I'll just, he's been sentenced to 28 days in jail. No, can't do relationships, James. No relationships. Not talking about relationships. Too much drama there. Too much drama. I'll talk about tech news. Like Apple, their spring event was a big thing. Bobby Menendez. I don't know enough about SafeMoon. I'll do some research on it between now and 5 a.m. So in the next 4 hours, I'll do some research on it. Longest live stream is still going. Hey, you got to start somewhere. 30 days, we got that. Yeah, okay, so we're always going to start off talking about stocks, crypto, tech news, stuff like that. After that, I'll answer your questions, hang around, talk about whatever. So make sure you guys turn on those bell notifications. You guys are here. I don't want to leave, but I think I'm going to leave. I think I got to walk my dog. His name is Tugboat. My dog's name is Tugboat. He's a French bulldog. He's an alpha French bulldog. He's 35 pounds, twice the weight of a normal French bulldog. But he's not big. He's just longer. George Lopez, I better see you here tomorrow. James, Ben. We're going to talk about Dogecoin, talk about all that stuff. But Any other questions? Let me know. Advance the live stream forward to watch the host. Repeat like a rip. Advance the live stream forward to watch the host repeat. Oh yeah, my dog's French. A Frenchie. French bulldog. Stocks will be green tomorrow for sure. The futures are already green. Boy, it's like 12:49. It's getting late. Late. Okay. I'm gonna head to bed. See you guys tomorrow. We're gonna go live tomorrow. Who knows what time? It's gonna be in the evening after all the videos. Ben, I'm answering all the questions. Yes, I do have 2 channels. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm heading off. Have a great night.